As the release of Justice League gets closer, welcome to Look at Batman Returns. With the success of 1989 film, sequels were inevitable. Even though those films were pretty successful overall, at the time released, and to an extent today, put divisive in many circles. Many adults found the approach too dark to handle and were concerned that content would be too dark for children at the time. Given caused Nickelodeon and contest for the winner attended premiere in London and McDonald's promotion to be pulled due to the backlash. Still, an age where this kind of film was not only common, but even was expected, is it really still as dark as I thought? Let's open it up and find out. We open on Call Manor, where a young baby named Oswald is born cut for life with a man and a monster. Also, I must address the elephant in the room as father by Paul Rubens. Regarding your stance on the matter, after the infamous arrest in adult film theater, naturally, Tim Burton is one of the few people willing to give him a job. She gives a PSA of Pee Wee Herman new meaning. So, the Collopods abandon their child in the sewer as the opening credits roll. He's taken in by a group of penguins and raised by a triangle circus gang. But then cut to 33 years later, where a penguin still strikes a horror in Gotham City even during Christmas time. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but just as they come in, I finally decided to do it. On that, while the set design is still a bit different from last movie, it's supposed to be very distinct visually. Both Burton and Godard Burwell were influenced by German special films such as the classic and by Fritz Lang. Elsewhere, a man named Max Schreck, played by Christopher Walken, is raised in Roblox trying to expand a new power plant. The mayor is against the idea much of Max's May. While Max may not be a cartoon ogre with a similar name, he is quite condescending to the mayor and secretary Selena Kyle, played by very lovely Michelle Pfeiffer. While Max forgets a speech to improvise to light the crowd, which apparently works into his plan. As I pointed out in my look at Pulp Fiction, no matter what role he plays, Christopher Walken's romantic his very presence. The ensuing Chaos Red Triangle Circus game attracts attention to Batman, played by Michael Keaton, who has a new suit and more brutal ways to dispatching criminals than the last movie. He rescues Selena, who sees the logo of Shrek's store on one of the clown's tasers. Max is then taken to see the Penguin, played by Danny DeVito. It's a much more grotesque and sadistic depiction than late Burgess Meredith. He takes great pride in blackmailing Shrek, but sends the violence of remains of his colleagues. His performance is fantastic, and his design, much like all workers, was done by late Stan Winston. The same man who did work for films such as Alien, Prey, and the Terminator series. His Penguin's man's Max help him find out who he is, and exchange to keep him quiet about his dirty laundry. Also turns out how Selena's home life is a lonely one, but voice because her instead of go back to the office and find out more about her proposal. Home, and Shrek realizes what she's done. He throws out the window. When she's near death, she's read up a group of cats with a two-meter her origin story. As Selena returns to her apartment, she is driven mad by her message. After trashing her place, she makes herself a costume and becomes Catwoman. She is one of my favorite versions, even with Lee Merriweather, Julie Newmar, and later with the cat in mind. The Penguin begins his plan, saving the mayor's baby as his desire to find out his real identity. He finds out not only his records, but also everyone else's of his plan. Bruce also finds out more about the Red Triangle Circus game, trying to link them to the Penguin. He does find their parents, but it turns out Tucker and the cause have been dead for years. His true name is Oswald Cobblepot, decided to put a hatch behind him and re-enter society. Meanwhile, Kevin Spatch and Mugger and Ellie, I still love the Avenue for all these years, so I'll fight his performance. Bruce Wayne meets with Shrek and all he feels about the power plant, also suspicious of his ties to Cobblepots. While Max gets defensive at this, he is surprised to find Celia has come back with just a couple scratches. He isn't deterred her, openly saying he'll do it again. As Oswald continues his work, Max decides to send him as a challenge to the mayor, despite his image and hostility towards cronies. Not really a stretch anymore, and I mean no disrespect for that joke. Total coincidence, as was platform to make the world a giant Xbox. Hold that thought for a couple more movies. So, with his connection to this troop of circus freaks, he starts causing chaos in Gotham and undermining confidence in the mayor. In addition to the scenes being pretty intense for the time, it shows how at the time the film had more than double the budget of the first one, $80 million. All that but set special effects, show your fights and the gadgets. While it may be peanuts in today's money, at the time it was the most expensive film made up to that point. Catwoman also has her own film vandalizing Good Shrek store, blowing up the whole place up. Good thing they just got that insured, even the logo just looked a cross between Felix the Cat and Little and Persian. After a conversation with Batman, the Penguin and Catwoman realize he is a common enemy, and decide to work together to bring him down. Even though some of the fights have aged, I do give them credit for being distinctive at the time. Particularly the one over Catwoman was really tough in the Super Nintendo game, but really fun. Even so, Catwoman finds it a strange attraction to Batman, someone finds the idea fascinating. It's had to be one of my favorite renditions of their relationship. The dating Catwoman trope has gotten a lot of mileage before and since this film. And after a Stumpsy, he also gained oblivious about being on Catwoman's side of work and getting under his skin and his mask. Well, some lines definitely disturb me. I can understand why I may prefer if I don't find it too much. So the Penguin Challenge is not only a treat to be lit again at Gotham Plaza, but very common to face in combat. I also find the outfit joke about Chin Chen's love connection much more amusing in light of the recent revival of the show. Bruce then invites Selina over to his home to watch a tree lighting ceremony and have dinner, but also has no team with a framed Batman using a battery and releasing the cat of the Ice Princess. As Bruce and Selina talk, we get some information on how Bruce broke up with Vicky in the last movie and throwaway joke about Ted Bundy. Might be a subconscious reason why my sense of humor is kind of dark. Favorite comedy is Monty Python's Meaning of Life, for God's sake. As they embrace, discover their wounds from the earlier fight and their respective identities, still they decide to play along after Bruce sees the Penguin's handiwork on the news and to suddenly need to investigate. It was kind of like how Alfred plays in this as well, so as to be what was going on, still playing along. I mean, even with the Batmobile having great arcs in the last movie, 6 weeks later, start their work to the car decline music and turning Oswald words into an H-bomb on wheels. Despite Batman's best efforts, it claims to implicate Batman follow the Ice Princess, take advantage of modifications made to Batmobile, as always break off ties with Catwoman declaring, I don't think I like you anymore. So, Oswald has no chaotic control of the Batmobile inside his campaign wagon, and his ticket gun which is a Gotham like me might play Arkham Knight. Bruce is able to get the tracking device removed as well as CD recording of Oswald's ramblings. Hey, that was a big deal back then, and boy, as well as digitally. Bruce and Alfred used recording and effectively torpedoes through Oswald's campaign. Actually, almost quaint, not just because of Bruce being a bad DJ. Hey, he's been everything from a Psycho to a Lego minifigure, so why not? It turns out Penguin's two Tucker's firstborn sons in Gotham using their names and records he intended to drown them all when killing one to cleanse and eject. This is a part of his slide, his downward spiral, if you will. So after that, Bruce goes to a gala at the rebuilt department store and he and Selina only wants to wear a mask. I see what you did there. I also like the music, but the arrangement of Rick James super freaked to a song on Face to Face by the cult band Susie and the Banshees. Selina intends to kill Max, even though it's one of the versions of Batman's Film Festival's famous no killing rule. I can't say I blame him given all that Max has done. Speaking of which, Oswald crashed a party and attempts to take Max on ship like Vincent Schiavelli hostage. Max offers himself instead. Oswald agrees, gloating all the socialites in Gotham. While Batman is able to save the firstborns, Best finally drives a penguin off the deep end and tries to just kill all the children in Gotham. The missile launching penguins are a mix of CGI and animatronics and trained real penguins. The final raid begins with Batman tries to fall on the Batboat, using the sonar to trace into their signal. I also find it interesting that the poor woman early has an Eastern European accent and she does a countdown of projected casualties. The battle continues in the abandoned zoo, showing Arctic Blue exhibits him and Penguin clash. Just something I can appreciate about belonging to Pacific Real even in an age where CGI destruction in normal final battles. As Catwoman confronts Max, rejecting his offers to buy her off, demanding a die for a die. She remarks how many of her 9 lives she has left. I wonder how if she has any passwords or backup save file. Batman then confronts Catwoman, trying to talk her out of killing Max, even pulling off his mask to try and let police handle him. Max fires Selina, but he doesn't know shots to kill her off for good. Selina then electrocutes the soaking wet Max, telling him, how about a kiss, Anti-Claus? As Max is fried crispy, Penguin's mortally wounded from a fight earlier, and as he dies, Penguin sent him back from the water whence he came. The combination of the imagery and Batman's score, Danny Elfman's score, despite all the things he did, I can't help but feel sorry for him. So as a bad signal appears over the night sky, close on more bittersweet on the first film, with Bruce singing as he sees Catwoman on the rooftops of Gotham, Merry Christmas, go well toward men and women. I have been wanting to do this movie for ages, and it celebrates its 25th anniversary this year. I can definitely understand why this film was received the way it was in many circles. Even though it may not seem like much now, I can understand how many adults felt and how many scenes and certainly may have been tough for some children. Granted, I liked it when I was a kid, but at the time I guess many audiences weren't ready for them like this. given the extra how that takes style of villains. I can say that I do appreciate the darker versions being more common now. Films getting the attention it deserves in the wake of the Dark Knight trilogy and DC Extended Universe version of Batman. With a host of gothic visuals and gritty action, I play the film every Christmas, same way I do for Die Hard. It was also one of the most successful movies in 1992, making $160 million in the US and $250 million for planned on its $80 million budget. With the darker superhero film being more complex now, it's definitely an underrated sequel, I think, for opening that door. By being 3 years out of 4, given how long this one was, definitely enjoyed talking about the movie and want to keep that momentum going. Check back soon when I look at the Schumacher film, starting with 1995's Batman Forever.